Got a doormat. I'm pretty happy with it. It's quite an improvement on the kind of yard workshop. This is shed. I'm referring to it as shed. Everyone, the whole US and everywhere calls everything shops, and it really gets to me. So shed. This is my shed. Plus, if I call it a shed, it makes it feel like less of an intrusive building that's similar size to the house that I've got. I've only got like a kit lens on this camera, so I think if I had a wider lens, if I could afford a wider lens, it would do it a bit more justice. It is quite big in here. It's probably a similar size to what I had at the unit on my half maybe, but because this lens is really narrow, it doesn't look it. But you know, I could get out of shot quite easily, and there's still stuff going on. Trust it's a good size. I stopped filming some things because they were boring. So the doors I did, and then had to move everything in. It's not very. I've only got a few kind of moments. It's not that interesting. So I was just moving stuff in. The car, obviously, I didn't show that coming in because I borrowed a low loader off a friend, but it's probably registered as a library or something like that. So I didn't really want to film it going. It had no lights. Just been building storage. So over here, you can't see the narrow lens, you can't see it. And I need to do some more, and I need to do some more shelves, but wood's really expensive now, so that's kind of stopped. I'm pretty happy with it. It's clean, it heats up nicely. I'm running a dehumidifier, so it's kind of, everything doesn't go mouldy. It's already gone mouldy, so that's why I started running the dehumidifier. I mentioned before I was going to do some different things, and because I can't do too much to this, other than sell some bits, I need money and data. So until I've got enough of those two, I'm going to have to get going with some different bits. So that's what I meant. I was going to film some of that stuff maybe. Is it in shot? Yeah. See this guy? Lovely little record vice, number 34. So I think I'm going to do that in this one. It's rusty and horrible because it's been kept somewhere. Kind of dampish. The quick release doesn't... I got it off this lovely bloke, and he said the quick release worked, but he was a lot bigger than I was. So it works with him, but it doesn't work with me. So I'm going to give it a proper clean, get rid of the rust, reassemble, maybe keep the patina, because people are into that. And then that might be it for this one, maybe. This window is going to cause mad continuity issues. I'm glad I put it in because light comes in, but it'll go from night to day to, you know, I'll try and keep wearing the same thing so it doesn't kind of throw you off too much, but there's going to be some issues there. Maybe I'll move the camera position now to show you some other bits of the shed. Car looks good, doesn't it? Car looks good. And then we'll start stripping and cleaning this. This is my bench. This is my bench side of the shed, which is good. So bench, compressor, I need to make that soundproof because it's really loud and I've got neighbours that like to enjoy themselves around here. Compressor, there's going to be more shelves there, and this is going to be shelves. Got a new tool chest, which is good for the hammers. This will just be space at the front of the car. It's just a few boxes that will go on the shelves, but hopefully that'll be space. I'm going to try and hang the bumper up and the bonnet up as well. The wings are up. See? These ones. I think you've seen it. I think you've had the tour. It's not much of a tour. It's nice though. I've got sealed doors. You can't hear anything going on outside. It's lovely. I was going to clean this TIG torch, but I think it'd be easier if I had a vice to be able to hold it, and then I can like hoover down it. So we'll just further put off this job by jacking it under the bench. Lovely stuff. I still need to build a little seat for the old girl down here. On to the main event. I don't really... Oh yeah, have a look. Someone's painted some of it green at some point. Pretty nice looking, isn't it? Not too bad. I need to get a plastic bucket and then I can start putting this dirty stuff in, give it clean. Please, please, Father Christmas, wide angle lens. I bet you can guess what's going to happen now. So, the vise is pretty clean, right? But it's just got these, that's supposed to be a machine surface, and it's all got a little bit rusty on the surface there. It's old, so we'll give it a bit of a break. Otherwise, good condition, but the machine surfaces are a bit rusty. Now, I could just chuck it on the wire wheel, and then we'd be done. I want to try this. So Mr. Sean has got a YouTube channel where he's doing up a saxo that I think we can all relate to, and he did some electrolysis with the struts on the front. You can imagine how rusty they were because they came off a saxo, and it worked pretty well. And reading into it is perfect for machined surfaces that have got rust on, because it pulls the rust off, but you're not using an abrasive on the surface, so it shouldn't do anything. So I'm going to give it a go. It'll probably end up with me doing it and then using a wire wheel anyway, but we'll give it a go. So I've got a big tank of water, got 2 fish tank heaters. I think they're on. I swear a light came on when I turned them on before. We'll give them a minute, just so the water's a little bit warm. So hopefully that'll be getting warm now. We put some of this in. This was sodium bicarbonate, but then I cooked it for a while, and now it's sodium carbonate, which is just washing powder. So we'll mix that into there, which means electricity can go through the water a bit easier. and then we attach this to a negative of the power supply, and I've got a load of bits of metal in the car that I'll get out in a minute. Attach those to the positive, leave it in there for a few hours, see if it looks any better. I mean, the sensible thing to do would be to do something kind of low risk like that first and see if it works. But it seems like a lot of hassle and a big amount of water to just do something like that first. So. I think I've overdone it on the old washing powder. I think maybe we'll just try that to begin with. The main bit I'm concerned about is the top anyway, which this is great content, isn't it? So the top that you can't see here, that's what I'm concerned about, and that's closest to these two plates that I've put in. Not touching, but it's closest. There's definitely enough sodium carbonate in there, we know that much. Bits, science and bits. It's been going for, the voltage has changed. I've got it to like a set amps, and then the voltage will change to keep that amps. Clever stuff, right? 3 hours 48 minutes. So I'm gonna turn it off, pull it out and have a look. I guess I got a soapy bucket of water down here, so I can give it a quick wash off. I don't really know what I'm washing off. I think, are you on there? There we go, bit cleaner. Got all this black nonsense over it, but there is zero rust on this now. This is like brand new. Right, I've set it up differently this time. You see how rusty the bits went? I wire brushed those, and then I've got everything else that I want to do in here in one go. So we've got the old end knobby, the main bit, and then these three bits. The spring and stuff I'll just wire brush. And then I'll set it up in there so we can get a good idea of everything sitting right, because last time it was just blind. And then I'm gonna fill it up now with some water and some of the pre-mixed stuff, so it's a bit more see-through, because I think it was a bit of a waste of powder before. Good to go. It's not quite as cloudy as it was last time, which is good. Right, you had your time lapse on the other one, so we'll stop, we'll come back when it's all rusty on the bits that I want rusty, and then we'll try and do some before and after photos, see if it actually made any difference or if I was just in a good mood when I pulled it out last time, as it were. Got very distracted with other things like work, so it's been running for quite a while, like 5 hours or something, but hopefully there's some vice left in there. Zero rust. I'll take some photos of it now. So I took some earlier and then we can do a proper comparison. I'm happy with that. Here's the other bits. I don't know if that's showing up much on there. Zoom in. It's over here. Proper, dead impressed. I like all the different kind of colours. I'm not about to make a 30-minute video about restoring a vice, but I am about to make two 15-minute videos about restoring a vice. I think I'm going to end it here. You've seen the new shed, new lights. I really like channels like This Old Tony and A-Bomb I got put onto recently and stuff like that. It interests me more than cars really, doing this kind of stuff. Hopefully some of you can kind of like it and appreciate it. If you do like it, you can like and subscribe because it makes me feel good. Simple as that really. Sorry I didn't video doors and stuff, but it's not very interesting. But drills and vices,